As the 70s roll in, stability around the world has never been as shaky. Interplanetary alliances join together to seek ideological supremacy across both planets. Cultural shifts are uprooting norms that have been in place for centuries. Technological shifts have been changing how the world itself functions. As these shifts occur, life continues in the Seedbearer region, where a seemingly random group of people have come together to try and make sense of the nonsensical. This is Hazeltown Story.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit freeform of an episode because what ended up turning into a hey, what's some changes we can make to maybe some of the things to like now that we're doing some combat stuff. What's some minor changes that we can make to the system in order to like figure out where some of our weaknesses are. That then turned into a me going through and basically gutting a good majority of the archetypes and adding a good majority of them now. Also making some very notable mechanics changes in regards to skills. So also this required a new sheet. So today's episode is going to be a little bit of a roundtable where a majority of the people in this call are going to be re-rolling characters. So also we can go over the changes that were made and see if we have anything we want to change before we end up making the new character sheets. So yeah. So I guess with that, let's see, where do we even start? I guess because you've all have taken a look over at the changes to the archetypes, right?
Some brief glances, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't had too much of a full detailed look, but yeah.
Okay, so to do a quick rundown, the only ones I think that kind of escaped me making too many changes to it, the inspector kind of didn't get touched. The scholar, for the most part, didn't get touched. The face didn't get touched. The leader didn't get touched. And by didn't get touched, I mean, like, they might have had one skill change, but for the most part, they didn't get touched. The engineer did not get touched. The agent did not get touched. The relic did not get touched. And that's about it. The muscle also got some new skills, but
my favorite skill name, taking all the groceries inside with one trip.
Yes. I forgot what it used to be, but
it was the Intimidate one, wasn't it?
Possibly.
Loom.
Oh, right. It was the very situational one.
Oh, that's right. Helping others intimidate.
Yeah, that's not great. The soldier is no longer a thing. It is now the marksman. Because instead of it, the soldier, it kind of was meant to be a ranged kind of class, but now it is basically the ranged equivalent of, so like if the muscle was to strike, the marksman is to aim. So a good majority of things are just like, about throwing stuff in that, and like shooting. And add some of the soldiers' extra abilities. We were having some discussion about the differentiating between the Skulker and the Rogue, of like kind of figuring out what the Rogue was actually meant to do. So I have redone the Rogue to be more of a deliberate scoundrel class. Like it does a lot of underhanded combat and other.
Yeah, it's been completely retooled.
So there's that. The Skulker had most of I think the Skulker kind of also didn't get touched that much, but it is now more definitively you're looking for stuff undercover. There's that. I kind of was looking over because we used to have the class that was the Wizard, which was kind of weird because for it being basically the only dedicated magic class, for it to have also be tied to being very flashy is very situational. It fits it. There's a lot of cases where you'd want a magic user that did not fall into that thing than it did. It was more appealing to niche cases. So the flashiness of that turned into a charisma-based thing called the Showman, which is not necessarily tied to magic, but magic does help it out. One of the major things, and actually this is where a skill change had, was that our skill set, we have 5 categories of skills. And by that I mean the strike, aim, maneuver being like physical, and research, tinker, and interface being the intellect. We were having some, like, there was no real reason to use heart. So I have gone ahead and changed what the skills are for heart. That they are, instead of, it was like care, focus, and endure, they are now introspect, connect, and channel. Basically, the heart ones are about connecting with people or connecting with yourself. And I am now basically going to, because if you think about like if you're going to hit something, you have to use strike, or if you have to shoot something, you're going to use aim. Heart skills are where magic is going to come from. So if you're going to do a magic skill, it's probably going to be, you're going to need to do a heart action from it. So like introspect is about, I kind of feel like with that one, and I need to rewrite the descriptions with that one, introspect is now about kind of going into your own head and trying to intuit different, or trying to connect different dots about what you had that might, like, if you know 2 pieces of information to kind of get you a clue. Connecting is about kind of, I guess, another tabletop skill equivalent would be the persuade skill. And then channel is about channeling inner abilities to do. That's one that will be like for performing or something, or bringing out personal like talents. And in a magic sense, introspect would be about buffing, if that requires a skill check. Connecting is about your healing and buffing, and then channeling is about your fireballs and such. So that was a notable change. We're just going back to the archetype. Where's my tab here? Going down. So, long story short, what we had was the devotee class, or the archetype, has been completely redone to become the heart. And they are basically a team support class. They are not tied specifically to being a musician or performer. They can have heal, or like animancy or audiomancy, or even telepathy, and they are mostly, support class or skills. They still have some of the stuff that the devotee had, although I had to add some new ones. The wizard, or what was called, I believe, the healer, is actually now dedicated to the wizard, and that is basically just a more, hey, you're going to be using magic a lot, and it can use any of the kind of magics. Actually, it can use animancy or wizardry. So your basic healing, or your healing magic, or your, magic. And that has a lot of stuff that is dedicated to casting magic. It has 2. So if you're looking, to people on the call, if you're looking at this and you're like, why is signature spell on there twice? It's so you can do 2 spells. That is intentional. The engineer didn't get touched. Unfortunately, this is going to affect Torpo, but the unique is now no longer archetype, because I felt like that one was way too specific, and also did not really mean much.
Half of its abilities did nothing.
Yeah, and also it was a class that was basically, you get extra adaptabilities, which isn't great. But it has now been replaced, and also it's also funny that actually this mainly affects Torpo, because it was actually Torpo's comment that made me think of its replacement.
Yay!
Because we were talking about, because we have the agent, which, is like an agent of an organization. We have the sworn, which is someone who is a member of like a magical order. We now also have the occultist, which is the friendlier version of, I guess, you can almost say it's a weird hybrid of the two, but it's a lot more low stakes, because essentially you're just a member of like a magic research group, or like you're basically, you're Scooby-Doo. Like you're basically the gang in Scooby-Doo, or a member of that thing.
I mean, literally one of the abilities is called Hanna-Barbera ass.
Yes, it helps you escape for when you need to run through doors and other stuff. So that has some of the other, like, it does currently have some of the abilities that the Unique had that was not, like, the more impactful ones. Agent really didn't get touched. The Sworn, I went ahead and changed some of the verbiage of some things in there, and I think I changed some of the abilities of the Swarm because they were either overlapped, like they were kind of unnecessary, or they were worded weird. Like the Unique ability is got a lot of more verbiage to it, because I combined two of the abilities. Trying to think else. So also some other things is that I can't remember if I was talking to this on the podcast or not, but I was thinking, I'm like, well, I guess if you wanted to be a robot, you could technically use the relic, although there are some things in relic that would be weird if you were a robot. So I went ahead and just made a class that's called the Automaton, which is basically the relic with some slight changes. Namely, its magic is only, like, you have to take Technomancy. Some of the abilities were changed, so you're not possessing necessarily something, but you're just they were tuned to be for your robot. And I just noticed I forgot one. I probably need to think of something to replace Poltergeist with the Automaton. I'm going to delete that, and we're going to think of something else off screen, unless someone wants to make a robot. And then this is an incredibly me problem. When I added the Automaton, I realized that I had 17 archetypes then, and I didn't want to have an odd number, so I made a third one. A third kind of similar to the Relic, which is based on lore, which is the Lichian, which is basically you are a member of society trying to be hidden. And it kind of has some things of the agent, but also it is interesting because it has technically one less a skill than everything else, which means that you don't get your skills as fast because it takes 7 XP to unlock everything, or to unlock an ability instead of 5. But also you get it's another class that has a thing that, like the Sworn, because the Sworn has its training from the orders in which you take it from other classes. The Lochian has 4 ones that are basically pick something from the agent, pick something from the Skulker, pick something from the wizard, pick something from the occultist. And then you have an adaptability, and then you have access to an item, which is just a very good weapon. And then you also have something to do with supernatural characters. But also you have a lot of innate, don't need to learn abilities, which also is the only ability. One of these is the only ability that I thought of that actually has a negative connotation to it. Because if you are dealing with someone with Magic Bane, because your existence is kind of made of magic, that's kind of not great.
It's fine, just don't touch them.
Yeah. So,
or wear gloves.
That's kind of a passover, or like that is kind of a cursory glance at the changes to the archetypes. Another thing I will go ahead and say is, based on the thing we were talking about, is that we were wanting to do more skills that were not just magic. And we had a list of things like athletics, you had writing, you had Mind Palace, and you had something else, I forgot what it was. I decided, instead of making something very specific like that and trying to think of skills for it, what instead you can do is, if you are not taking magic, you can basically take a skill that's essentially a training for one of your sets of skills. So, for example, athletic training it boosts your physical skills, and there are 3 kind of sub options that you can take. Like, say, if you're doing athlete, whether or not you are, say, an auto sportsman, gives you better things with driving, or if you're a ball sportsman, it makes you better at maneuvering because you maneuver when you're playing ball sports. But there is one for all 5 of the kind of skill sets. So intellect is academic training, cunning is mental discipline, heart is medical training, and charisma is performance training. And some of those are more intricate than the others. For example, medical training has a little bit. It basically lets you have some of the abilities of animancy without taking animancy, although they are not as effective as if you're using animancy. But yes. So there is now things to take that if you don't want to take magic, you have choices instead of just taking expertise, which was a little bit too specific. That being said, I've also made it kind of was always the case. Transform is now explicitly a ability. Also, I forgot to do something. It is now an ability that you can just take if you want. You don't need anything to unlock it. I just wanted to put that as more explicit. But also the thing is, instead of having major and minor skills, you just have 2 skill slots. So as long as you have access to it, you can just pick whatever 2 magics you have access to, or you can just do pretty much whatever. So it's a little bit more flexible like that. Also, some things I took off of the skill sheet, or like the character sheet, I took out the luck thing because it didn't do anything. I took out some other stuff that didn't really I'm not going to have you deal with load, so I'm dealing with weight.
You might want to mention the experience triggers, which you completely overhauled too.
Oh, right, yes. So for archetypes, because beforehand there were basically every archetype had 3 different XP triggers. One that was basically it could happen at any time, which is if you failed a action roll that was related to the archetype, the muscle head thing. If you failed a physical action roll, you would get experience for the muscle. But then you also had 2 triggers that were much more situational. I can't remember what it was, but the muscle was use your brute strength to help with something. Those were always really not. I wasn't a huge fan of those. So I have now made it
is specifically do something physically. That other methods would be more impractical. A number of things had that.
Yeah, it was way too situational. So now every archetype, with the exception of the gimmick classes, or gimmick archetypes, now have it where it is failure in critical success of the action or any action roll related to the skill set that it belongs to. Say, for example, the agent is based on cunning, the scholar is based on intellect, so forth and so forth.
The skills also have experience triggers.
In what sense?
The skills have experience triggers. The
skill. There are some skills that I have added that are XP triggers. Yes.
Yeah.
So there are those still floating around, but those are also more yeah. Anyway, I guess now that I've kind of explained all that, DM, you actually went ahead and moved all of your stuff to the new
I'm already done.
Yeah. So I'll just go over
get her the teacher's pet. I see how it is.
The person who had nothing to do in the middle of the day when Lolo posted about it.
Yeah. I get that. So for the record, I think the only thing that changed with your characters is you change your skills. For example, Bobby now has performance training and athletic training. Nellos has athletic training and academic training.
Sorry, just the image in my head of Bob B with athletic training.
Well, I took the car one, so
yeah, it is the auto sportsman.
Damn, I can't have marathon runner Bob B.
Let's see. No, let's see, that's the same. Saskia, Vox, and Clairvoyance, which I think is actually the same as it was before.
It is they're very similar to each other, I've noticed.
So yeah, because I took the thing with the Vox was I took it from a lot of stuff from the Clairvoyance set, so there might be some slight overlap. One thing though, that I didn't mention is that this is entirely based on the fact that we are using Google Sheets to do this. So the things that were minor skills had to get more skills so that the number of rows in the thing you copy and paste were the same. So some things got buffed solely because of Google Sheets.
Yeah, have fun copying and pasting the new stuff on there.
Yeah, because there are some merged rows and stuff. And then also, Nightshade now has, which actually, you've used Nightshade, right?
For the test games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, so Nightshade now has Mental Discipline and Magic Bane. So, also now the Marksman and the Skulker. So
I will say you did not carry over one of the abilities I was from the soldier I was hoping you would.
which one is that?
It was like Comrades in Arms or whatever it was. It was basically you have a buddy to help you in combat.
Oh, right. Yeah, because the thing with the Marksman that I also wanted to do was I want to make it more in my head of more of like a either a like a competitive shooter or a like a hunter, to make it more like not necessarily that you have to be a soldier. Like there are mundane as like there are civilian aspects to it, so you don't have to write yourself into a corner. Oh wait, actually, I changed it so that it's okay. I changed the verbiage of it to be. Well, that's one of the things that I might. If we take a, that could be something that I change, because that's one of the things that I wanted to do here. Is that if, as Carnival and Torpo are making their new sheets, if there's things that we feel that are missing, that we can kind of go through and figure that out, which is why we're doing that now.
Yeah, I need to figure out how the fuck my stats are gonna work because I don't remember if I pumped them up or not.
So that's the thing, is what I was going to do is say, hey, take what you have, look at, or before you make your new sheet, look at what you originally got for your class skills, and then just subtract those, and then take what you have left and just redistribute, like you get full point refund.
Okay, yeah, so it's a case of also figuring out.
So
I don't remember how base abilities work or like base numbers.
Don't mind me. I'm just picking duplicates so that I can just reference back and forth.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's yeah. So what it like when you create a character?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll figure it out because let's see, strike and
right.
intimidate 1/1.
It's also the fun thing is because you got extra XP for being a carryover character.
I say, I figured let's let go through Torpids first because he has less to do than I do.
Yeah.
Less or more?
So
less characters.
Also, Carnival, I'm going to say, while the duplicate is a good idea, well, actually, I suppose you can just take everything because you're going to be needing a new character sheet. Like, you're going to need to take it from the tab that's called New Working Character Sheet.
Ah, I see.
So you could, in
Probably
theory,
the bottom half.
well, you're going to need to, well, including the skills. Actually, no, because I did actually change the top left as well. I changed the ordering of some things, and also I took out the sponsor because that was no longer necessary, and I changed one other thing as well. Like, I want to say it was age, but yeah.
Height.
Oh, height.
Height.
Okay. No, height was on there before.
Oh.
Let's see.
I don't know then.
Let me see.
I didn't change over to the top left.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not a huge deal. It is. I'm sure I can just do this. New character working sheet. It is age. Oh, I deleted. Wait, what? Hold on. No, it still goes to 9. Age for sure. I think it actually is just I changed the sponsor to age, and I think that's it.
Oh shit! Innate focus is not on the showman.
Yeah, because innate focus is now part of the wizard.
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, that means that you can have a flashy thing for your implement.
Okay, let me see here.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm checking something. Oh, okay. That's so. Weird fun fact about copying the entire thing over to an existing sheet.
Uh-huh.
The one sentence story is a drop down menu,
Oh.
but only if you
Oh.
copy it on top of another page.
Okay, yep, I know. Okay, I know what the problem. Yes, I know how to fix
Yeah,
that.
you can just paste over that. That's what I just did.
Uh,
You can just what?
You just like paste the one sentence story from elsewhere on the sheet over it, and
No,
that
no,
gets
you
rid of
can,
it.
but it's weird that it's still a drop down menu.
so, the technical background of what that's happening is because it is based on it's in Google Sheets. It is when you set a cell to have data validation. I think it's based on the cell, and the drop down is a part of data validation.
Okay,
So
well, I
it
fixed
doesn't
it.
understand what the thing is.
It was a funny thing.
Oh yeah, it's I think I had to change a few things when I did that. Also, where are you putting the stuff that you're copying?
Elsewhere.
Oh, did that go? Wait,
It's a
where's?
secret place.
Oh, are you doing that off screen? Like off
Yeah.
the?
Oh, do you want me to do it on here? Because I can do it on here. I just
Well, I was
figured
just
it's
wondering
easier for everyone.
what
So I was
tab
just
are you
gonna.
putting it on?
It's not in a tab.
Oh, okay.
It is currently in an external sheet, so I don't fuck or break anything.
Oh, okay. Was not expecting it to work with Excel that nicely, or whatever one you're doing.
I'm using Google spreadsheet.
Oh, right. I forgot you can make a copy.
Yeah. It also lets me keep tabs on things more easily too.
Okay. So
I forget what's the name of our organization.
Reading Rainbow.
Ew.
So that's the fun thing is that it's kind of shifted because you were part of it, although honestly, it's the fun thing of like maybe that can just kind of be brushed to the side and you're part of something else.
I mean, aren't we part of like an official government organization at this point?
Yeah, although it's a little weird now.
We're contractors, you see.
You were set to do one thing and now you have been put to something else because scope creep is a wonderful thing.
Like any proper organization, yeah. You just hope and pray these abilities are still in.
So the thing with while Aravia is going to lose some adaptability slots, some of the abilities that you got are in other things. Like I think we were talking about this that maybe Aravia might be in another like instead of the unique, just go to the occultist.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, because then
I'm going occultist muscle.
Yep, because then you keep the muscle the exact way it was. Although we got to figure out if you want to change.
I have so many points to fucking work with. I'm not super worried.
Yeah.
I have 7 in the occultist and 6 in the fucking muscle. Your mere mortal laws mean nothing to me.
Oh yeah, did you make the bulletproof vest armor?
I did not. So the thing with that, let me actually do that while you all are working that. Let's see. That essentially would be because that's for Bobby, right?
No, Haley.
For Haley, what are you? Bulletproof vest. I think that would be. You know what? Actually, let me do this.
There we go. Let's see, because I know that I like prepared for this is just part of it now.
Yeah.
I think Soldier Senses Tingling is gone.
Soldier Sense is tingling. That one. Let me look at Aravia's.
Oh, it's Switch Reflexes now.
Yep.
Other than that, that's the other thing I had for adaptability is just already part of the kit. So
forget to count. Also, is now part
it's
of the
Skulker.
rogue. No, it's part of the rogue.
Rogue. It's Rogue, right? Yeah. No. I know. Don't worry. I'm quick on it. I'm quick. I'm fast.
Let's see. Okay.
Time to get Camp
vest.
the Occult of One and just bring along Toby everywhere.
God.
Congrats, Toby. You're married now. There's nothing you can do about it.
Aravia suddenly remembers her friend Dave. She goes and hangs out with sometimes.
My good
What?
friend Dave. You remember Dave, right? Everyone remembers
What?
Dave.
Was it you? No. Wait. Because Saskia has Mr. Mr. Fluffles?
Snuffles.
Yes.
Mr. Snuffles. So I was thinking, I'm like, I forgot there was a joke that Aravia just somehow knew a talking dog.
Well, Mr. Snuffles doesn't talk, so someone else.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first one.
Let's see.
They are perfectly normal functioning members of society, thank you.
Yes. Yes. He used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. Bulletproof vest. Let me
Please,
look
Ravi
at-
still drinks with him.
Yes. Not legal. Okay.
Let's say your marksman rework also took my paramilitary access.
So that's
Illegal.
the other thing. Was it's like, oh, like I felt like the paramilitary, the big hardware made more sense for that to be a like, hey, that's one you're gonna need to do a tick on.
I mean, it makes sense. That's a big ask.
But
I mean, it's not too bad because I still have stealthy, which has just as good weapons. But
yeah, I was thinking about maybe looking at that because it's like the thing that's like, oh, this is actually just almost better than the paramilitary stuff because it's also suppressed, but also I would, since we're dealing with such low damage numbers, it's kind of hard to differentiate sometimes. Let me actually think about how to do bulletproof vest because, to be honest, I could just probably put that in the, like I thought I gave. Yeah, the fashionable has.
I don't
Yeah,
have
that-
access to fashionable though.
Well, I was just looking as like the fashionable has access to it, and basically,
Because yeah, because that's what I would take. That would most describe what Saskia is wearing as a suit.
honestly, I might just move. I might just do a more plain version of it for all that's just like, hey, it's a bulletproof vest. It might be a little puffy. Like you might have. Oh, why is that? Why is it? Why text so small? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna move this.
Oh wow, I know Kung Fu got a massive fucking buff.
Oh, yeah, because I had that in there. It's like, oh, gear tags are no longer a thing. So I need to. It basically just got the thing with. It basically. It's
It gains
more
crit basically.
Yeah, it gains a second attack on crit, which is what burst was. It's just now it's explicit on what it is in the description.
Okay, I'm gonna make some very specific steps to differentiate my characters in the muscle, so that's gonna be fun.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to change. Good.
Yeah, it's like
But,
I've been working on Claudia and Penny because they're the ones that have like lower experience numbers and thus don't need to like think about that as much. But like,
Okay, so let's see. That's 2-2. Also, is it me or the stats on the new sheet not centered like the numbers?
the numbers. Let's see.
Or maybe that's just because I brought it over
Let me see.
the way I did.
Yeah, I had to fix all those when I was transferring them. So
Which numbers are you thinking?
I'm talking the physical, intellect, cunning, heart, charisma.
They're
Not
not
centered.
vertically or horizontally.
The numbers themselves are not horizontally centered.
That's weird.
Enter a number in. Enter a number in.
Yeah, because I put in numbers in all of them, and
Maybe it has something to do with the way the copy paste stuck.
that possibly might be it.
It's easy to fix.
Let me see. Did you bring it in by chance? No, not yet.
I will bring it in a second. I just need to hash out my stat numbers because I've got a lot I need to hammer in.
The other thing is you could once you put it
Mm.
back in, I can do a format paint on.
Oh my god, why is
Energy.
that so many numbers? Holy shit. Did I have any passives that increased my stats?
no,
Probably.
you just
No, it's your character. It is the thing of going through two separate cases of we're going to a new system. I'm giving you XP as a gift.
Okay, let's see. So this will be 15 additional points on top of the basic 4. Sweet fucking Jesus.
Well, the thing is, you get 6 when you start. So
you
you
spend
get
a lot of time leveling Aravia.
So that's down to, well, I need to write this number somewhere. Because yeah, this is the fun part. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Connect. Fuck that shit. Okay, so like, I guess focus was too general purpose,
yes,
easy to abuse.
yes,
So I got completely gutted. All right.
yes.
Lolo, tired of me using focus on everything.
Well, it's the thing. It's the thing of like, well, I'm using focus to focus on aiming my shot. And I'm like, well, okay.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't do that.
Well, I'm just using it as like an example of like, hey, it's like I am focusing to do something else, but it's like, okay, I guess.
Okay, let's see.
Also, I did want to clarify if for some reason you did want to make a change with how you did your character and say want to change it to something completely else, go for it.
Oh, that was the plan with another one. I know what to do with her to some degree, but
Okay. Oh,
uh,
wait. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna end up
Wait.
changing. Peony's no longer the Sorn. Just like looking at the way the Sorn's changed, it's like, nah, that doesn't work anymore.
what?
I think I did. Where did Elmas go?
There should be the copy of Elmis.
The copy of Elmas there. Where's the actual one?
Oh, I deleted all those original
Oh,
ones.
okay. I happened to be clicking on around there, and I thought I deleted it.
Yeah, I'll spread them around instead of having them all focused in one spot.
That's also how you build resistance.
Oh
Which
yeah,
I-
right. Go ahead.
Which I was going to say, that's actually kind of a weird, like, I was thinking, like, well, that seems kind of exploitable, but then again, that is something that I did not introduce. That's a Forged in the Dark part.
So quick. Let me look at this sheet, the one that you have given us.
Okay, to be fair, yes, if you build wide, you mean you're going to be able to resist things, but if
Hey!
you build wide, you're not as strong when you're doing the thing, is it?
Okay, that's
trade-off.
not me losing my mind. Hey, Lolo,
Yeah.
look under armor in the new sheet and tell me if you spot what's
Yeah.
weird.
That was what I was about to point out.
What about it?
Go
Why
to the
does
right.
it have a range and harm pierce?
Wait, what do you mean harm peers?
Look in the new sheet that you've given us.
Yeah.
Look where armor is. Look at that.
Yeah. There's a drop
Why-
down. Because you can
No.
only have a value of 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, or
No,
2.
there isn't.
Yeah, there is. You just got to copy the sheet.
No,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the no. Armor on the left side. Clothing armor.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the items,
Oh,
the actual item.
I see.
no, I don't give a shit about the armor on the right. That one's simple enough.
Okay. That's a. Oh, I know. It's because I broke this out into 2 separate things and I forgot to change the labels. Okay.
So yeah, I was like, why does my armor have range on it?
Okay. Why did I? Okay, let's see.
Sun
pop
here
out your-
seems funky.
You
Okay.
pop up your biker vest suddenly.
Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to do. Is there any other thing about the thing that's?
You can just fill it with blank space.
Well, I was thinking of just merging cells. You know, it's just gonna say nose. If I can spell
Repeat.
right there. What?
Notes.
There we go.
Notes.
Okay. Yeah. This is also why I did this in the thing, so I can not oversee my own thing.
Did this in a thing?
Well, it's that I don't so that I have some other eyes on it that I'm not like missing stuff. Oh. Also, I do have the ammunition thing. I'll just explain how that works. Basically, by default, you get 1, and based on a if you do like a mix success or a failure, I can say, hey, you ran out of ammo, and then you decrement it by 1. And then if you run out of all ammo, then it's like, oh, can't use ranged weapons anymore. Unless they're like throwing. Well, actually, no, because I think I labeled that throwing weapons. You can run out of them. But if you go for the item that I think is just called extra ammunition, that is why there are multiple things. And also, I did give an infinity symbol or emote if you took spare magazines if you have the marksman.
Neato burrito. Okay. It's your primary weapon. Oh.
Primary fist, holstered fist, win in pocket.
All I can think of is the fucking Arnold image. That's my holstered fist. Range engaged because I'm not afraid of commitment. Concealed. Also fists, but more so. No, that one's the gun because I'm not supposed to have a gun. They told me I'm not allowed to have a gun. It's bullshit though. It's fucking bullshit. I will have all the goddamn guns I want.
Let's see.
It's 6 base number, right?
What do you mean?
I'm just doing Peony because her stats are ones like she's a character that has been used, so it's like, okay, I'll put her stats in first, and then we'll come back to later for everyone else. We need to like do the numbers.
Oh, for like when you're first creating a character?
Yeah.
It is. I want to say it's 4 plus. It's your base 4 plus 6. But let me
Okay.
double check.
Oh, so we're gonna have a minor issue.
What's that?
Because you know how you have it set to automatically calculate harm?
Uh-huh.
There is a muscle ability that lets you take 2 more harm.
Yeah, you just put you just overwrite it and you just put in 2 more.
Or I could do this.
I
Yeah.
actually have that if you hover over thing, it's like, yeah, auto calculate, except if you take build tough, you have to manually put it in. Which I guess in
I just put a
theory,
+2 at the end because I'm cool.
that's one way of doing it.
Fuck your calculations, they're mine now. Okay, I think that's everything. This is gonna look really awkward for a second. I hope it sticks correctly.
I am awaiting to see how this copies and pastes. Also, where is it going to copy and paste?
It's in my sheet.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Wait, why is there just a bunch of black space?
Where? Oh, that was. I don't know why. Wait a minute. I don't know why that copied over like that.
Okay, here, let me try this.
No, I can fix it. I can fix. I can fix.
Oh, I actually just realized that would have broken stuff. So never mind. Oh, god damn it!
What did you do?
I tried to format paint. Like I tried to click off of it to cancel the format paint.
I said I had it fixed.
Well, it's the problem of yeah.
Also, let me fix this really quick.
Also, yeah, that athletic training looks great in it's next to magic.
It's real good, right?
Okay, I'm doing this. There.
Also, if you notice, I spread my stats a little more, so I don't have as many concentrated 4s.
Yeah, you only have one. It's
I do.
intimidate. Oh, two. Yeah. Pocketed.
God. Blame yourself. Or God, but not me. Wait. No, I can do better. I can do better.
See, the problem is that what that just makes me think. The thing that just makes me think of is just jazz punk with just the hands on sticks. All right.
Okay.
So
then
there's
Queen is the one who's gonna need the real ass overhaul. That one I'm gonna need to think about.
okay. Also, I'm just gonna do this. That's probably there. We go. Yeah, her obviously looks no good. Which, yeah, you basically are going to, if you fail a strike roll, just explode.
Just fucking cry.
Because at this point you have. Oh right, the bottom thing. It's not that you get plus D for picking combat sportsman. You do get a plus D from having athletic training, but you don't get 2.
What do you mean?
So when you like right above where you pick where it says action roll boost, that's plus 1D for each.
I don't know what you're talking about or where that is.
So if you look at athletic training for the skill,
Oh yeah.
you see where it says action boost and then strike, aim, and maneuver?
Oh, okay. Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, you get a plus 1D for strike rolls, aim rolls, and intimidate rolls.
It says strike, aim, and maneuver.
Oh, damn it, and maneuver.
Yeah, I get a boost to all of those, huh?
Yes.
Oh dear lord. Oh buddy.
I figured that since magic can be very utilitarian, like have a lot more utility, that
Oh no.
I was
all I
also
can
thinking Yamazaki.
See, I'm just thinking of fucking Eagle Heart with the death punch, where he does a dumbass dance and he punches a man, touches him with his fist, and he explodes into gore.
Oh, that's right. Some filler episode got moved to like one of the other things. Okay.
Let me get you the clip, Lolo. Here, Lolo. Just I have it timestamped and everything.
It's also great reason. I think I've seen this.
This is Aravia now. Cause what is that? +5 to any like 5 to a strike roll?
So if you strike roll, you roll 5 die.
You're wrong, actually.
You roll
It's 6.
It's 6 because if you use unarmed.
Yeah. Well, if I use improvised weapons.
Let's see. Let's see. I still have that calculated
Wait.
probability.
Wait a minute.
Is it 7?
Lola. I'm going to ask about a potential synergy here.
Uh-huh.
What if I beat somebody with something really heavy?
Like, define really heavy.
It's like, because taking all the groceries inside one trip is when using your strength to lift or move something notably heavy, add +1D.
No, that doesn't count.
Damn it!
You have a 98.44% chance to succeed.
You can still spend 2 stress for a die as well, remember?
Your crit chance is 25% at 6.
Look,
1 in
I'm just
4
saying
rolls will crit.
hypothetically.
No, you do not get it so that it's a 33% off of
Damn.
beating someone. That'll fine. I will say maybe that will increase your effect.
There's beating someone, there's whatever Aravi is gonna fucking do. Yeah, okay, so I definitely wanted to go with the Skulker, because I think that looked pretty neat. Hi, I'm actually talking out the changes I'm gonna make to my character.
I mean, that's fine. It helps work out.
Yeah, that's the point.
To be fair, most of mine aren't changes so much
We
as
are
me
currently
just...
we are also currently recording an audio medium, so
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. Okay, so let's see. There's Give Me the Old One too, which is just pissing people off, which I think is pretty good. Quick question: can anyone just pick the Magic Bane?
yes.
I forget. Okay, yeah. I just
The
wanted to
only-
be sure if it had to be clarified in the description or not.
No, the only things that you need the archetype to state that you can take it beforehand is magic.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go over by the changes when they're like the thing about the sworn for peony is switched from sworn to occultist, but it's just more of like most of my stuff is like, okay, I just need to update to the new form, and then have to look through of what's changed.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
that's why
it's-
we're here, though.
Yeah, so like I knew that I was kind of hoping that it would just be a straight transition, but since there are new options, I felt like
Yeah, I'm debating going rogue muscle, but like I feel like that is all in on murder.
yeah.
That's Queen's character, isn't it? She's
Yes,
the lady who gets broken out whenever they need people killed.
specifically wizards.
Like, especially if you're going to have a character that's underhanded. Because if you're having a character... So, Queen is specifically a combat character, right?
Yeah, specifically her job is an anti-mage.
It would make sense that her to be the rogue... Because the Skulker is
Yeah,
more
that's
of
why
a...
I'm specifically setting her up to be a bit different, at least in terms of the abilities I'm picking for her.
Yeah.
To help differentiate her skill-wise in a way that helps the narrative, if that makes at all sense.
And like I have to think more about what I want to do with Virtue, given that I don't think the marksman really fits.
Well, especially since... Well, let's see. So, Virtue is the soldier, right? Okay. So, you could, in theory... Like, so what was the thing? So, you took the Vox, and you took Transform.
Cause yeah, Toku sword.
Well, in theory, you could go the wizard because it's let's see, protect and serve. So you could ones that I would consider is maybe the wizard or the heart because a lot of the things of the soldier went into the heart.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll have to think about it more when I get there. Just I still got to do. Did you type out like what the numbers for like the stat transitions are for like how many like dots?
Like who gets how many?
Yeah, for like when we're transferring characters that are already been there, how many count the...
So what you would do is you would basically look at the classes that you already had, subtract that from your total, and then that's total up all the points that you had, and that's how much you can just fully spend.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything more complicated than that because it's not necessary. Also, I feel like this is like the case in like any MMO when they do a balance pass that it's like hey, here you get a full free respec.
Finally, it's time to secretly add experience to Queen.
You also get a salon free pass.
Fuck yeah! Now I get to make my character's boobs secretly bigger, and then complain when it looks terrible.
I too straight.
What was that, DM?
But yeah, buddy, that was the ability I was talking about before from the soldier.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, also, I think wait. Hold on. I need to check something. I think I had to change transform a little bit too.
Damn, I was. Wait.
No, I didn't change transform. I just made it so that the 3 things take up 2 rows.
Oh, you misspelled deceive on the.
I felt like that was going to happen. Where did I
On the
misspell
rogue.
it? All right. Let's see if I can find it.
It's under stat bonuses.
Decive. Yeah.
That
That was not the spelling. Nope. That's probably also not right.
I just realized Are there any melee? Are there any combat characters that actually use maneuver?
Nope. Well, the thing about
Haley does.
well, I think from an archetype standpoint, we don't have a dedicated. Well, what's the thing that would be an archetype that's maneuver is what, the runner, the person that just runs around.
Well, the runner, the driver, because it would fall under maneuvering is driving a car.
Yeah, that's kind of why
Those are skills, though. Talking archetypes.
Yeah, it's that there isn't like a dedicated hey, this character's because the thing is that you could argue that the skulker is. It's just not moving fast, it's moving stealthily.
Well, so to be fair, it doesn't say moving fast.
Yeah, so if in that case the skulker is the maneuver. It's just
maneuver specifically says the ability to move around in ways that require dexterity, such as moving fast or moving stealthily.
yeah, then the skulker is that. It's just not a combat class.
I cannot make Queen a kit character using maneuver. Oh.
I mean, you could use strike, kick people with strike.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know. Actually, mind if I siphon off a level of experience from one of the one of her archetypes to another, since she technically doesn't even exist yet?
Fine. I mean, she has existed in the testing realm, so I'm fine with that.
Time to give her a safe house. Another melee. Do I want Forgot to count or Get him on tilt? Get him on tilt seems more fun.
Let's see. Okay, actually, let me read because that is the thing of that is also one of the rare abilities here that has a downside if it fails.
Yep.
I mean, either's fine, though. If you think about it, with her being a anti-magic class, forgetting the count is. What was that?
Yeah. No, what were you gonna say?
I was thinking forgetting the count is more against people with guns specifically, so maybe get him on tilt would count against mages.
Yeah, get him on tilt's fun. Let's piss off those fucking nerds. Let's see. What stats do I have?
I just
Wow, none of them are in the same abilities. Holy shit.
I just have a thought, and let's see. Where are you?
Let's see. So 5. Okay. Sorry, I had to clarify in my head what additional stat points I had.
Completely side note, but I just found a treasure trove of bullshit.
Oh.
You continue to work. I'm going to see how this works because this is something for me.
Oh. I guess since I'm done, I'll just read off what I changed for the listeners. On Bobby's sheet, he's still the agent and the face. No changes were made there. Skill wise, got performance training now with Babyface as the chosen background, plus affect the charm rolls. Because as always, Bobby is a performer who never turns it off. And the other one's athletic training with Auto Sportsman because he's all about vehicles. Nellos, I went with athletic training for her new skills. She's still muscle and scholar, but athletic training with combat sportsman plus affect the strike rolls, and academic training plus affect research rolls.
Forget what gear tag does the rogue have access to?
What? Let's see. It is stealthy.
Stealthy. Okay. Did he change around items? No. No, you didn't, actually. That's convenient for me. Because I am lazy. I bet you didn't know that about me.
What was that?
That I'm lazy.
Yeah, I think I will go with Wizard for Virtue, though.
Okay.
Because that just means that now the Magic Bull just loses its stress costs.
Okay, time to check something. Alright, Discord.
You left justified, so you're in line with everything else. The best part about these sheets is that, like, none of the text is justified the same way.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing about pasting.
Do I have anything else with this? Yes, I did. Lockpick set. Like a cool person. Oh, right, I forgot to give her skills. Shit. Luckily, these are the easiest part. Without a doubt. Where's Magic Bane, you son of a bitch?
You know what's great about Discord's soundboard?
What?
It can take OGG files.
Yeah.
So, what you're saying for Virtue is,
Go. God, I
I'm
thought you were.
Okay,
thought you were
okay,
gonna
but
use
did you get the
Torpedo's
other
one.
important? Did you get the other important line from that?
I can't. I'm trying to find it, but I can't. So yes, the thing about PK free files, which is the thing that Realism 2 Doom mod comes in, is it's just a zip file. So I have all the voiceover.
Look, I need to hear that man yell, "I'm going to wizard the shit out of you." That's all I ask for. Also, I look forward to you seeing my my new sheet. What did I even set her age to? I didn't. That's right. There wasn't an age slot before. Why would you make me think about this? Lola, why?
What was that?
There wasn't an age slot before. It was so easy back then.
For which thing?
The character descriptions.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that should be everything. Okay, there you go, Lola. There's the new sheet. Why does it keep breaking like that?
I don't know. But here,
I even fixed it on the original sheet.
There we go.
There we go. Why? You get back to the left side, mister. You get the fuck back to the left side. Go back over there.
What's the other ability for the leader supposed to be? Because you have it on care still there.
Oh, for the leader?
Yeah.
Connect.
Okay.
No, I don't want to pay $175 a year. Okay.
Oh wait, deceive is also misspelled on the sheet under charisma.
I'll fix it.
Let me fix you. There we go. Oh no. It's wrong on like all of them, isn't it?
It probably is.
Aw, damn it.
A lot of it was the fact that I did this on a very tiny. The problem is a lot of this was done on my phone.
But yes, I hope you appreciate the new queen sheet, Lolo. Like her weapons.
Save. Foot inside fucking shoes. Not foot in pocket.
No. She could try, but you know.
Also to entertain you.
Thank you.
It's so much louder when you're actually doing it than when you're uploading it. Right, this is gonna be. I'm actually curious to see how Craig takes this.
I mean, if it's coming out of your voice, it's going to be recorded as that.
Yeah. I'm just more curious about audio levels. God.
Okay, we might actually have to stop that one.
That one could be an issue. It's okay. It's
You'll
only
be
5
fine.
seconds.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
And this is why you join the LoloDePuzlo Discord, so you can get utter bullshit.
There you go. There's that plug.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the list. I could touch the worst thing. I'm choosing not to. I'm showing restraint.
Uh-huh. Actually, that would actually might get us in trouble because of audio print.
Yeah, that would actually might get us in trouble.
Exactly.
Ugh, that's just a good time.
It is. Wait, what one is this one again?
Right.
That's right. I'm like, what the fuck is my wife? I forget that one every time. But yeah, no, I'm done. I'm pretty happy with the new setup for Queen. You know, whenever she actually gets thrown in. Aravia's secretly not really changed at all. it's
Yeah,
the fun part.
It's very slight changes, but yeah. Because let's
New
see.
archetype.
New skill's the big thing, actually.
Hmm,
New
let's see.
archetype basically covers shit she already did. Oh, right. I need to note the group. I forget what the name of our group is. We don't have a name, do we?
I mean, the actual team that you were a part of was Team Reading Rainbow. Team
There we go.
Team Research Reading Rainbow.
There you go. I put my group name.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. We don't have a name. Okay.
Our office does not have a name. We don't work under an official title either.
Yes, exactly. That's part of the thing. If we don't have an official name, it's much harder to pin something on us when we inevitably do something.
That's why we just hand them Toby's card and say, hey,
Yes.
if there's any legal problems, call this guy.
Call Toby. And I imagine there's just like an entire Toby's office has a sir, it's about Aravia and them again.
Toby in shambles.
Sir, you are only a sergeant. There is a lot.
I was genuinely debating going with Hanna-Barbera Asp, but I decided against it.
It's of good ability.
I got that for Peony since I figured okay, her hippie cult is probably
But like I've done occult ritual stuff in the past. Well, not ritual specifically, but I've done occult shit in the past. So it's like, let's go with this.
Yeah, I was very happy when I came up with that ability.
Actually, you know what? I am gonna change one of these. Magic sampler platter I'm gonna put to can't be a cult of one. Because we've made enough contacts over the course of this. I could harass some people into coming. I mean, bring them along.
Make up a person, your friend Dave.
My good friend Dave. You remember him, right?
Says cryptic shit, but it's not actually cryptic shit. He just doesn't remember that Aravia has amnesia.
Oh, I meant people like the I forget her name, the Sylvan we helped out or whatever.
Sophie.
Nymph. Yeah. Yeah, I meant shit like that.
I mean,
Just like,
that'll
oh
work.
fuck, she's at the door again. God damn it.
I'm actually really curious when
Sophie! Ravia's here again. She won't go away.
when I inevitably to edit this to upload it. How much is the silence trimmer going to?
Oh, there is going to be like you're going to lose at least a third of this. I tried, Lolo. I tried.
Oh, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry, I couldn't.
It doesn't matter because it's fine because I mean they're not going to hear it and it doesn't matter.
It's just it's one of those
now
things.
Now they know. Now it is on record, though.
Yes, but like I'd rather. This is part of the whole thing of us talking this out of like.
Oh yeah, like we are going. No, it's a part of the experience. I'm just out loud wondering from it's like, because I see that we're an hour and a half into this.
Yeah.
It's like we have gotten to the point of Discord sound spamming.
That one's really good.
It is. It is probably the best of those that set because I can't remember. Oh no, I know exactly what else. Okay, what do you listen of? Let's see. Okay.
Still need to add more to my soundboard.
I need to rework mine, but I've been lazy.
Okay.
Also, I don't have nitro, so it doesn't matter.
But neither do I, which is why I can't do either of my things.
Okay, so unfortunately, the skeleton thing is skeleton are 3 separate sound files that are separated by 6 different things that are all just layered on top of each other, but in the thing they're just like separate.
Feels weird knowing how I've played most of that series at this point.
Yeah.
Feels weird to my head because I've played almost all of it in the span of less than a year.
Yeah, you basically started that in January, didn't you?
Yeah.
Still got a ways to go.
I mean, it's just what? We got the rest of ZX Advent, which should be like 2 or 3, give or take. Then there's the Legends games, both of them.
So Legends will take 2, unless...
I know Legends 2 is longer.
Yeah, Legends 2 is longer. Legends 1, if you did one of your patented marathon streams, you could probably do it in 1.
I hate that you saying that. I hate that there's a thing that's been in my head that my fucking chat put in my head.
Are you going to do Misadventures of Tronbon?
No.
Yeah, none of the other spin-offs got done, like the Game Boy games never got touched.
Yeah, I kind of made it a point to avoid spin-offs. Or else it would just like balloon out too much and there'd be a whole lot more shit added to the mix.
You'd be spending a month on command mission.
Yeah. I looked at screenshots and it looks very uninteresting.
It was very uninteresting.
Yeah, because...
God, what did he... Now I gotta re-look to see what Spider looked like, because I remember him looking really stupid.
But yeah, because my chat put it in my head, just what if...
The wind keeps pushing me.
Into the clouds again. What if Dragon's Dogma forever?
I mean, they didn't give a release date for Dragon's Dogma 2, did they?
No. What the fuck is this design?
It's bad.
Yeah.
What is that from, Lolo?
It's Spider.
Command Mission.
That's Command Mission.
He looks like shit.
He's one of the party members.
Yeah,
he looks like shit.
He's essentially your Shadow the Hedgehog.
Look at that fucking...
How
why does he
you.
have like a goddamn fedora?
This is we smirch into the good name of Shadow of this.
Why? Why does he have a fedora? What does he do? Does he shoot out cards from his wrists?
Yes.
Oh my god, he's so lame!
I hate that boss at Kingdom Hearts 2.
Also at this point, so what all is being worked on at this point?
I'm done. I've done all my
Yeah,
characters.
I've done everything. I'm just doing like the filling in that little like description stuff now. So
Okay, from a mechanics point, are we all good then?
Yep.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay, so we might as well just go ahead, because then if there's any other, like, did anyone have any other things they wanted as a suggestion or to bring up? Or
Nope.
are we good?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's anything else, we can bring it there. So hopefully next time we will actually do we'll do at least another test thing to see how everyone feels with stuff. And then maybe after that we can actually get into an actual arc again. So I guess with that, thank you all for listening.
Bye.
bye.
Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me, or from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter, at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.